In the last couple of years, ARTSADMIN has been looking at how we can have an impact on really important issues, talking to people about what's happening in the world and how the arts needs to respond to those issues.
We've learnt the importance of making work that gets a message out, that does something great, work that says there's an alternative and much more positive way of looking forward.
2 Degrees Festival is a chance for us to invite lots of artists to make projects in the same week, giving audiences and participants an opportunity to come together and engage with a very wide range of subjects that come under climate.
I'm Steve Lambert, and we are asking if capitalism works for people here.
It doesn't work for me. It's an economic model, it's not a human model. The two, when they coincide, is when we start to blur financial ethics and real ethics.
It starts off in a community. You know, if you look after your neighbours, you look after your family, that I think is the key to it.
We've been continuing to produce participatory projects, working in communities and working with people who aren't artists themselves, working across age ranges. We've got a major collaboration with Shape, running Unlimited, which has been really crucial and will continue to be.
I think ARTSADMIN's mission to enable artists to create without boundaries fits really well in what Shape talks about, which is about barriers removal. You know, the thing that stops disabled artists doing things is the barriers that society put in the way. As a result of our collaboration through Unlimited, we've been able to really encourage disabled artists to think more ambitiously and put that work in front of a huge amount of people.
Working within various different communities and contexts, whether that's in the UK or internationally, has enabled me to have a different approach to how I choose to make work. I'm really interested in if we look at the effects of art and culture and how that can be used socially and politically. So not necessarily just showing work within art spaces or theatres or galleries, but looking at how those conversations can be broader.
There's something really important about where we are now as a society and the role of art in society. There's something about that idea of going out and seeking parts of the answers to the complexity of the sort of things we're wrestling with, the idea that actually change needs to come from everywhere.
With the schemes we've got, we try and do as much to bring in projects that encourage young people to get involved, to do things. And then we have a whole artist development department which does free advice for artists.
When you're emerging as an artist, you have no idea where to start, and I think ARTSADMIN just provides that starting point for a lot of artists, giving us a chance to hear from other artists, and now we know what it takes to actually put on an event for yourself.
Toynbee Studios has provided a place for artists to call their own as a community. We have a lot of variety of spaces here where you can show your work. And it's always been important to us that it is as open as it can be in terms of the programme here and becoming part of the ARTSADMIN community of artists.
You want to work in a place you want to spend time in and feel comfortable. This is always first port of call, I think, for the company. This is where we'd rather be.
I think ARTSADMIN help artists in a way that is different from other organisations in that it can be quite personal, and I think they really build relationships.
It does feel like being part of a family. I think that's to do with what underpins the organisation. The support is absolutely solid for artists as people as well as artists as artists.
To have an arts organisation who are willing to openly discuss certain social, political or environmental issues and open up new spaces for dialogue is something that we really, really need in the sector at the moment.
I think we'll make more work that is participatory, is outdoors, is talking to people. And I think that kind of communication and community that strings through all the conversations is going to become even more important.